Check. Sip T, I'm him. Check. Yeah. Ayy, I was trapping at the basement. Mama said stay on that grind, boy, be patient.
All right, guys, welcome back to Basement Talk. We got all the boys in the house. We got Zach, Kyler, Ovase, and we got a special guest today, Forrest.
What's up?
Welcome on. We really appreciate you coming on.
Let's do it, baby.
Just to get started, I have a little story to tell you. And some of the viewers probably know who you are. You're one of the best car reviewers actually in the game at the moment.
If not the best.
The best.
Yikes.
I don't want to.
Is that what you would even call yourself?
What, like a car reviewer?
Yeah.
Car reviewer.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the typical long format kind of thing. It's more like, I feel like I should be like a car like appetizer. I feel like it's like just the meat of everything that you need to like decide if you even want to like bother with a car. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no,
you
that
only
makes sense.
do short form, correct?
Yeah, I only do short form, bro.
Only short form.
Yeah.
So, like, as you guys heard what he said, I work in the car business. Ovase used to work in the car business. And this was right when the Audi e-tron GT came out. And you probably remember this.
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting at my computer one day, and I was just kind of doing my calls, doing my thing. And boom, Forrest Jones pops up. Mm-hmm. And I get internet leads. And on the top right corner, it was a green car with the little arrow coming down. I'm like, holy shit, this is my first e-tron GT lead. Like, this is when the car was hot. Mm-hmm. Like, we were selling these things for like 20, 30 grand over sticker. Mm-hmm. And my first ever e-tron GT lead, it wasn't just a GT, it was an RS. So it popped in and I clicked it and it said your name and it was like, close by, guy lives close by, he wants to finance, he wants to do all this stuff, and I just kept calling you. Like, bro, I didn't know who you were. I didn't know it was you.
That's so funny because we were like, I wanted one so bad, and then like I think a few weeks later we found out we were pregnant, and I was like, bro, I can't fit a stroller and a car seat. I love that car, but the back seat's way too small.
So it's a weird kind of story because I kept calling, and you finally picked up the phone and you're like, yeah, like I'm super interested in this car. What colors do you have? Mm-hmm. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And I think by the time you answered me, we had sold the RS, but we had one coming in. Mm-hmm. But finally, I obviously I stopped calling you because you weren't answering. And you pull up to our dealer and I don't know if you remember this, in the RS.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, like, I hadn't seen one in person before, like in that color. What color did you have it in? Do you remember that?
Was it blue, bro?
It was, I think
was it the Ascari or was it green?
It was Ascari.
Ascari blue?
Ascari blue. And you pulled up in the Ascari blue GTRS, and I remember all of us went outside and you're like, is Kobe here? Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I'm Kobe. He's like, dude, and then you kind of told me a little bit about what you do. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that was insane. But that's kind of a little story of like, kind of how I met you, but I had no idea kind of who you were, but everyone was like, oh my God, that's Forrest. Like, it was pretty sick. Yeah.
That's so funny, man. Yeah, it's always interesting having people come up to me now and just be like, oh my gosh, you're the guy on TikTok, or oh my gosh, like I watch your videos. It's super cool because like these are the people that obviously watch the videos and like that's how I make my living. You know what I mean? So like they help my wife, myself, my son, eat every day, roof over our heads. It's just so cool, bro. And there's like, it's such a vast variety of like types of people. Like I've had girls come up to me. I've had like young girls, young guys, old guys, like people that don't even really like look like they'd be into cars come up to you and like, I love your videos. I'm just like the most random spots. It's really, really cool. And
do you think like the hair helps?
Dude, the hair is
because you got pretty sick flow, no homo.
I
but
feel like it's recognizable.
It is recognizable. It's like an instant, like people don't have to like think a lot. Like, is that guy? Because they'll look. I'll see this out of the side of my eye sometimes. Like I'll see people really staring at me, and I'm like, dude, what are these people staring at?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I wonder if they. I don't want to immediately think like, oh, they recognize me because I just feel like it's a weird mindset to get into.
What was the weirdest like fan interaction than you ever had? Oh yeah, I know one just popped up in your head.
Oh, dude, for sure. So, my wife and I, we were eating we got McDonald's, and we're like, let's go eat at this like little picnic area thing. Just make like fancy up McDonald's a little bit. Yeah. So we're eating, and there's this car. It's like circling the area we're at. I'm like, this is kind of sketchy, bro. And so they're circling. He goes back. He looks like we make eye contact. He leaves. Comes back again. Make eye contact again. Leaves. Comes back a third time. I'm like, bro, this is like weird. Like, what is happening? And so I had to walk towards where he was because we were leaving. I was like, this is going to be so weird, dude. Like, what does this guy want? At first, it's kind of sketched out. Like, so we're walking towards him. He rolls down his window. He's like, hey, are you that guy on TikTok that does all the like car videos? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I freaking love you, bro. And then he just drives away. Doesn't say anything else.
No way.
But he like speeds off, bro. It was weird. I was like, this guy like circled me. That was like the first time, like one of the first times that like anyone's ever like recognized me.
Was that kind of a good feeling though? You were probably like, oh my gosh, it's kind of like they're actually like recognizing me. This is wild type shit.
I mean, like, it's cool because like you don't realize. I mean, I see the numbers every day, like on my phone, like
yeah,
got X amount of views, X amount of followers, but I guess you just don't realize. It's really hard to explain. I know that those are real people, but for some reason I think they're like far away or something. Yeah. Like I don't realize sometimes that could be like my neighbor. That could be like maybe half the people that live in my neighborhood or something.
For sure.
Or that could be someone who works at this store or this store. I don't know. It's just
it's crazy seeing it in real life.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
When
It's
it
really
transfers
weird
from your phone into real life because you're like, whoa, this is like actually real people.
So take us back to where it all started.
Okay. So I'm from Texas originally, and I used to sell cars at a Ford and Mazda dealership in Texas. And so basically, I was selling cars there, and I was making these videos because people would be like, oh, I like this Mazda. And I was broke, bro. I had like this Boost mobile phone. And like anytime you send a video, it takes up like 50% of your storage space, and you got to pay for that. It was wild. So
when was this? Like in the 90s?
Bro, this is like 2016 or 17.
Okay, you
But
know they
like-
had iPhones back then, right?
Bro, okay, but like
He's
I
saying
was
he couldn't afford it.
I was like broke, bro.
Okay.
Like when I got into
Fucking
selling cars,
Boost Mobile.
bro,
That's
Yeah.
insane. Selling
Boost.
I
cars
don't
on
think I've
Boost
even heard of
Mobile.
that.
That's
bro.
like some Cricket Wireless stuff.
bro,
huh?
it was worse
Metro
than Cricket, bro.
PCS, huh?
Yeah.
It was worse than Cricket. Cricket was like luxury, bro. It's so crazy. So I got tired of sending these videos, and I made a video to go on YouTube because I was like, this is easier. I don't use as much space, and I can use YouTube as like a holding site, and I can just shoot people the link. Because people were asking about the same Mazda, bro. It was a Mazda CX-5. Every time someone comes in, same car. So I'm like, let's make a video over this car. And I didn't think anything of it. I literally just thought of YouTube as just an area to hold my video, and then I can just shoot people the link. Here's a CX-5. Look at it. The only difference is yours doesn't have like leather seats, and it's a different color.
Sure.
Right? Like a month later, my coworker's like, bro, your video popped up in my recommended and it had like 500,000 views. Which then on YouTube, bro, that's like a big deal.
Yeah.
500,000 on YouTube is no joke.
That's crazy.
How many videos did you post before that one?
None.
No
Actually, no,
way.
I take it back. I posted one. And it was like a portrait, back when portrait videos were not cool.
Yeah.
And bro, I'll never forget this one comment, bro. It was the wildest comment, like just the most out of pocket comment. Someone was like, bro, why are you shooting in portrait? Like even ISIS doesn't shoot in portrait. And I'm like, bro, come on. I was like, no way. Which is so funny because portrait's like the way to shoot now. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, it's
Now
funny how
everybody's shooting in
times
portrait.
change. But so yeah, that was my first horizontal video. And it was the CX-5 and it did really well.
To get that many views off of like no traction on your
Yeah.
account before then is crazy.
So you had 500,000 views on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, and
And so since I was working at the Mazda dealership, Mazda corporate found out about it, bro. And it's crazy because now that I live here in California, their corporate office is right there, bro. Like right here.
It is. It is. It's actually right
I've
over here.
seen it.
Yeah.
It's
That was my old office building.
it's the BlackBerry building, right?
Or like
Wow.
next to it or something.
right. They're twin towers or something. Yeah.
And so all the way from over here, bro, they saw my video in corporate and they're like, we loved that video. It was so thorough, whatever. And so it went all the way from up there down to like our district manager who came into the dealership. And he's like, bro, that was cool. He's like, you know, I know you're thinking about quitting, which I was, because I was just like, I love talking about cars. Selling cars like a whole nother ball game, bro.
Right.
You can talk about cars all day, but it's not going to make a sale. It's just different, right? And so he's like, hey, look, I know you're leaving. If you still love talking about cars and you want to do that, I can hook you up with this company, and they'll send you a car for like a week, and you can like make videos on it. I was like, that's sick. And so they sent it to me, That was my first car, was a Mazda, and it's like a third-party company, like a middleman, if you will. And then that company was like, hey, we work with other brands. Do you want to stick with Mazda, or do you want to do like other brands? I'm like, I just quit the dealership, so let's do other brands. And I think after that it was like Volvo, then it was Lexus, then it was Toyota, Honda, and then I just kept growing my portfolio.
And you posted all this on YouTube to start?
On YouTube to start. So long format, complete opposite of what I do now, like 30-minute videos, almost like a
Like
manual,
some
like a
Doug
handbook.
DeMuro type of video?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Obviously not with the quirkiness of Doug DeMuro.
Right.
He's like him, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he's Doug.
For sure.
Do you like Doug's videos?
Yeah, dude, I love Doug's videos. It's funny because I was going to work with Doug for a bit, but I think there's a few things that didn't work out, and I think at the end of the day, it just wasn't my personal fit.
Yeah. I
dude,
feel like he has a different style to you.
Oh, he's
Just
Oh,
watching.
completely.
Well, he has his own style. I mean, like,
Yeah.
we're our own people, just like y'all are all your own people. Like,
Yeah.
you all bring a different element to this podcast.
Yeah,
And so he brings his own element to his videos. I bring my own element to my videos.
Yep.
So I think that's the one cool thing about social media, bro, is like never being afraid to like be you,
Right.
because there's no other you, bro. That's the one thing that people can't copy, bro. They can't copy you because you're you.
And I think most people get that wrong when they start posting content on social media because they look at so many other people and they want to try to be like them. I'm sure there's a lot of copycats of you, right?
I mean, it's hard to say like copycat because it's not like I can like trademark my style of doing things. I mean, like,
But still, you probably pioneered it a little bit, right?
I guess. I'm
Well,
trying
yeah.
to be as humble as I can.
I know. I'm saying it for you,
I mean,
dude.
as far as to my knowledge, I'm not 100% certain, but to my knowledge, I think I was the first one to do my style of videos on TikTok or just short form in general. So maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I can't say for certain, but I think based off of what I know, I may have. Is that a good answer?
Yeah.
So when did you take it from YouTube to short form, and now you're on TikTok?
So 2020, the wife and I moved out here from Texas.
And this is all based off of, this is all on your income from reviewing cars with this third party?
So it was a mix. I was making a little bit of money on there, but when I moved here, I was working for Kelly Blue Book,
Ah.
which is also right there off technology. And so
Damn.
I was working for Kelly Blue Book, and that was providing about 70% of my income.
Oh, wow, okay.
And moved out here. A month later, COVID hit. And then my whole thing that I was part of, they furloughed everybody.
Wow.
I was out here for like a month, bro. And I was like, are you kidding me?
What did you do for Kelly Blue Book?
We had this like project thing we were doing for like mobility and the future of mobility. So like e-bikes, electric scooters, kind of stuff like that, which I'll get into it a little bit later, or maybe I can mention it now. That's kind of what led me to do that sort of stuff on my channel now. Because like, dude, e-bikes, e-scooters is all getting real big. So anyways, yeah, that's what we did. Project, we talked about like all that stuff, and we were trying to like branch that segment aside from just cars.
So, yeah, I was basically asking you how long your content was out on TikTok before it started to blow up, or if you gained traction right off the bat since you brought your YouTube followers over to TikTok.
No, because obviously the first first month I got on, you're just figuring out the platform.
Sure.
So I actually posted kind of for fun. It was like random videos, like just playing around with editing, like, you know, those like kind of cringe effects they have just in TikTok.
Right.
So I was like just using all those, and it was a mess, bro. I think I made like 5 videos like that, and then I deleted the app for like a month. And I was like, this is kind of whatever. So then that's when things like really got bad in COVID. Like lockdowns were happening everywhere, and like you just have no choice but to sit at home to be on your phone. So I re-downloaded TikTok. And it's interesting how what you contribute to a platform changes when you like really spend time just being a consumer on the platform. So as being a consumer, I was like, okay, there's some car content in here. And once again, that's why to my knowledge, I didn't see anyone else sort of doing what I was doing. I saw like people who had like tuner cars or people who have followings of like their car builds, but I didn't see a lot of just like general car content, right? Especially around like new cars or something.
Yeah, 100%.
So then I was like, man, that'd be cool. I was like, but I don't know how to do it to where like it would make any sense. So I think the first one I did in that format was what was it? In my current format was like a Honda Odyssey. And it was just like me talking about the features. Like, here's this vacuum cleaner. And bro, to this day, minivans always do like mad views.
Yeah.
Really?
Bro, minivans on YouTube Shorts, my highest viewed video is a minivan, and it has like 34 million views.
What?
I'm not even kidding you, bro.
What?
This is
30
amazing.
I think maybe it's like 32 or 34, but
You'd think it'd be like
all the
a
moms.
exotic or something.
I know.
you would think, bro, you're so surprised
Is
because
it
like
pimped out or is it just a normal minivan?
it's just like it's like you can buy it from the factory. Like this is a Chrysler Pacifica, bro. It's because it's got like. Dude, I wish I can show you the video right now. I wish I can just pull it up. Yeah. But basically, it has a vacuum cleaner. It has like a Blu-ray player. It's got like a touchscreen, like Harman Kardon sound system, moonroof. You can like fold the seats into the ground. Dang. You can like camp out in it, bro. It's got like mad storage everywhere. You can like kick under the side doors and it opens for you.
Now I want to see the video.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Jamie, pull that up. No, I'm kidding.
Can you actually, bro? Can you just like plug it in?
That would be pretty sick. Maybe I'll put it on the video right here.
That'd be
While-
sick.
while
Sure.
Pretty cool.
people are
How long
watching.
do you have each car for when you get them from the manufacturer? Or right now, are you working with like a third party, or is it direct from?
So it's technically direct from them, but the middleman company, basically they act as like how do I put it? Like the communications between PR
They're the
for the
broker.
company. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like a triangle, right? So let's just say there's the company, there's me, and then there's the
Third party.
third party company. So it can either be PR reaches out to me and says, hey, we have like, I don't know, a Maserati. Would you like to get into it? Sure. Okay. And then they'll reach out to them, and then they'll reach out to me and say, hey, what weeks are you free? I'm free these weeks. Okay, we have it available this week. Out of the 3 weeks you're free. You can have it for like however many days they decide. Usually it's like a week, like 7 days. Sometimes if it's like a real exclusive car, it's like 3 days. Or sometimes, which will happen with Audi, you get it for like a few months. That's like a long-term loan. That's like we just really want you to like make some content on it, drive it around, get some exposure for the car. That's cool. That's always cool.
And that's completely free, right? You don't pay for those 2 months that you have the car.
No, they take care of insurance. They drop it off with a tank of gas, but any gas after that I pay for.
Sure.
But it's like a ride.
So if your videos, like let's say you have a Maserati and the videos aren't doing as well as you like anticipated, is that third party company paying you no matter what?
No.
Okay, so you kind of are still relying on like getting those views and making that content.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, and I think the reason the companies do that, I don't know for sure. I can just only guess from like a marketing standpoint. Because if they paid me and I didn't perform as well as they thought, then it's like, okay, they like lost money technically. Whereas this way, it's like, it's an even exchange. I get the vehicle completely like covered, which is nicer than reviewing like someone's car. Because if something happens, and like my own insurance has got to cover their car. Dealership car, my insurance got to cover their car. So this one is like I'm covered under them.
So the PR is paying your third party company.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
They have like a budget, if you will.
but it's cool because have you made a good amount of money off of TikTok? Or is it
Recently, so they just started doing this new like beta program thing where it's like paying significantly more. But like, I don't know how long it's gonna last. It's very up and down. It's a roller coaster. That's the thing with social media, bro. It's you get high views, you get low views.
And I'm
You
guessing, sorry to cut you off,
you're
but
good.
I'm guessing you make more from brand deals versus the actual apps paying you, right?
Mm-hmm. So it's hard to have consistent pay doing this kind of stuff, social media in general. So you want your long-term sponsors. G Fuel, use my code Burnout for 30% off.
Shout out G Fuel.
G Fuel too, right? Here we go.
Presented by Forrest.
Zach just got sponsored.
Yeah, G
I'm
Fuel.
G Fueled up and I
What
feel
was your
great.
code?
Burnout.
Burnout for 30% off. So if
Burn it
a
out.
viewer, you guys want 30% off, can you walk into a gas station and get it?
You can, but the code is for like if you order online. So you can like
Oh,
order
okay.
the cans online. You can order the tubs. You can order the shaker cups.
Okay,
All that online. 30% off.
G Fuel.
Can't
Burnout.
tell
Your
the
whole
7-Eleven
order.
guy burnout.
Yeah, your entire order, which is cool.
Wow.
But yeah, no, it's good. So their energy drink, long-term sponsors are great because consistent income is key. Because it also doesn't put as much stress on you when you're making your content. Like you're not focused on the money, you're focused on making the content, which is super important, bro.
Sure.
Have you ever got in a car and felt like, okay, I feel like this car is like super boring? You don't have to name what car it
Yes.
was. Like this car sucks.
Toyota Mirai.
Oh, dude,
Bro.
fuck that car.
Oh.
Bro.
Oh my god, that car's fucked.
Okay, it's not like boring. It's
Dude,
actually
it's fucking horrible.
Yo,
It's
I
actually
drive
pretty-
that car, dude.
No, he's joking. He's joking.
no, you don't, bro.
That's fucked up, dude.
So it's actually a really interesting car. The only reason I bring that car up is because I think that's like the one video that like I said I didn't like it, and it absolutely blew up. Like it did like
wow.
8 million views or something like that.
That's
And I'm like,
crazy.
dang, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's
Because
good
now-
though, because
But
you're
it's
being
negative.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
I
probably
mean,
liked your opinion.
Yeah, I think the only thing was so it's the whole electric versus hydrogen thing, right? It's just packaging. So it doesn't make sense to get a vehicle that's less convenient than both a gas and an electric car while trying to be like better environmentally.
Did you
It's-
put
it's
that
kinda
in your
weird.
video? Meaning like
Not what I just said, but
no.
I said
But
other stuff.
were you like this car sucks? Like
Yeah, I was like, here's why this car doesn't make any sense.
That's
Wait, I like
awesome.
that.
That's awesome.
So
good, though.
does the company like does Toyota reach out and be like, what
Yeah,
the fuck
were
are you
they-
doing?
I mean, like, okay, so sometimes the brands will reach out and be like, hey, we saw that you weren't too thrilled with the car. You know, and they'll just ask because they don't care because I don't sign any contracts and they don't pay me. So it's not like I have to say good things. It's like a free speech journalism type exchange, right?
That's awesome.
So
it's not bias.
no,
That's good.
But I mean, for what I do, for the most part, with what I do is I explain the car. So there's not really a lot of like me inserting a ton of my opinion in it. But there's some cars where I'm just like, look, guys, y'all got to know, like this one's just like weird. Or there's some
Yeah.
cars where I'm just like, I don't care what you say. Like, here's why I think this car is like worth every dime,
Oh,
and I'm
Yeah.
gonna hype this car up because I legitimately think it's worth it.
that's cool.
You know what I'm saying? So it is interesting because I do have full control over like the narrative in a sense.
Creative of it.
So I have to like also not take advantage of that and not like make things better than they seem. I have to like really show them for what they are, because I have to find my angle for the video and then present it in that angle. So if I'm like, okay, this car's the cheapest car you can get in America, then I'm focusing on, okay, what do you get in the cheapest car in America? And if it does have bad features, like not a lot of horsepower, then it's like, well, it makes sense because it's the cheapest car in America.
Sure.
bro.
I think that's why a lot of brand deals probably love it too, because you're very honest. So, and that's why your audience probably loves it as well. You're very honest in your reviews about it, so they know it's real and authentic. You're not just doing it for, some paycheck, right?
Yeah.
And even the brands coming to you are just like, if you give them a good review with that, then they could probably make so much money because you're influencing a lot of people, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, like, having a family and stuff, I do think about sometimes, like, bro, like, I could take money for some of these brands, but I just love the setup I have now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I love what I do because I love cars, and it's just chill, bro. I think the money will come as you just do what you love, you know what I'm saying? And I'd rather the money come from outside sources like this. So I'd rather people be upset with me for, like, plugging in a G Fuel versus, like, saying something that's not true about a car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'd totally rather that because I'm like, look, at the end of the day, I'm going to shout that out because that's what's paying my bills. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever done like a burnout and shit?
Oh, of course, bro. Like
Like,
a
you
like a
can-
burnout?
Like
a normal
like
burnout.
filming it though,
Oh, yeah.
and they don't care about you like disrespecting the car
I mean, so, okay, funny story about these cars. They...
or like donuts.
Yeah, I've done all of it, bro.
Oh my god!
Dude, I drifted a Bentley, bro. Yeah, it was like a Bentley Speed, and I was just like...
So like you do that and you post it, right? Does Bentley like hit you up and be like, "Bro, you're only supposed to have it for 3 days. You wrecked it."
So
like,
it's weird, right? So some brands care more than others. So like I will say like McLaren is very like there's this McLaren I filmed and it has a drift mode.
Was it a 720?
It was a 720S.
Yeah.
And it's got the like drift angle thing.
Yeah, I've seen.
So I
that.
tried it out and I was like, oh, this is sick. It works really well. And you can like drift like a pro. It's like did a full circle.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, they got really mad at me. But so it's different, right? So because McLaren, they're a small brand and they have a lot of money, but they don't have a lot of money to waste on like these cars. Like, they can't let these cars just sort of like get beaten up because they only have so many, right? And so with their cars, whenever they're done, they'll either give them to like their engineers to like work on or put a lot of miles on. That way they can run into problems before like customers. Some brands like Toyota or like maybe BMW, they'll like crush the cars and like part them out and like look at the suspension or maybe the engine pistons and see if there's any premature wear. Basically, these cars are like test dummy cars.
Okay.
They don't ever, some go to customers technically, but they go to auction first. And then they do whatever they do there. So
You're referring to the cars that you get that you review?
so every car I film either goes to auction, goes to an engineer for like extreme testing afterwards, or they get parted out and crushed.
R&D.
And have you ever had a car like with a crazy, like, because they're fresh out of the factory, right? They're like brand new cars. Have you had a crazy malfunction while you're driving or doing a video where you're like, yeah, you need to recall that?
The Bentley I drifted. So that was my second time filming it. The first time I filmed it, a turbo went out and it had like
no way.
30 miles on it.
That's crazy.
And it was like a W12 twin turbo. And I heard like, like loud, bro. And I was like, that's definitely not normal, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they checked and like, yeah, the turbo's out. And I was like, oh, shoot.
You take it to just like a local service department, or
I got to
you
call the
them?
PR team.
Holy
and they have like
crap.
a whole team that comes out. And so basically the third party company, they'll come and pick it up or like tow it somewhere. And yeah.
We asked this question to a lot of guests actually, and it's the 3-car solution question where let's say unlimited money,
So hard. Okay.
3 cars in your garage.
Okay.
What are they?
3 cars in my garage.
No minivans. I mean, unless you want to do
My
Do it
Toyota
for the views.
minivan.
This is really hard, bro. 3, bro. That's it.
3.
That's it. That's all you get.
3.
Okay.
Unlimited money.
Unlimited.
GTA 5 money glitch.
Okay. Koenigsegg Jamira. It's like a 4-seater, but it's like a 2-door. So like that's my practicality car because I can technically do it.
It's only got 2,400 horsepower. It's
That's
no
what I'm
big
saying,
deal.
bro.
It's
So
no big
So
deal.
it's a
bro.
plug-in hybrid, right? I do love electric cars, bro. So you get the electric part, but then you get like this like wild twin turbo V8 behind your head. So like best of both worlds, bro.
Sure.
It's a plug-in hybrid.
It's a plug-in
You
hybrid.
get the
dude.
7500 from the.
You ever reviewed a Koenigsegg?
I've never filmed it. I mean, I've been in a Koenigsegg and I did film one on TikTok, but it was like,
A friend's or something?
yeah. So I didn't drive it. I was in the passenger seat and like I walked around it and stuff. I've never driven one.
Have you ever gotten? Sorry, we're going off on a tangent.
Very
Besides your 3, but have you ever gotten like Bugatti or stuff like that? Like
No, bro. I've never done like hyper cars like Bugatti, Rimac, Koenigsegg.
Pagani.
Ferrari's probably like the most like prestigious one I've done because Ferraris are really hard to get into, especially their PR team. Like I just got into a Ferrari like this year, bro.
Wow.
Congrats.
Crazy.
Lambos.
Lambos were like the first McLaren was the first I got into in terms of supercars. Then it was Lamborghini, then Ferrari finally.
Wow.
Second car.
Second.
Okay,
car.
second car. First car,
Koenigsegg
Jamira.
one.
Second car would have to be a truck, bro. I'm from Texas. I gotta have me a truck, bro. I don't care if
type,
like
though?
I may not tow all the time. I'll tow eventually.
Bro,
Yeah.
money is unlimited.
Truck.
No, I would take a truck
always-
too.
Yeah,
I
I take
totally
a truck
agree.
too.
No,
but
you wouldn't.
No, I would.
you
I told you what I take
flipping.
in my fleet. Didn't I say?
Yeah, fucking what?
No. Don't say it. Maybe he'll pick
I'm
it.
pretty sure you said a minivan.
Oh, truck, bro. Okay, truck. If I have unlimited money,
Think about all the trucks on the market.
He's thinking.
I am thinking, bro. Truck.
If you say F-150, bro.
He's
truck,
breaking
truck,
down
truck,
the word
truck.
itself.
I know. I'm thinking right now, bro.
Silverado.
I think if I got a truck and I had unlimited money, I'd probably go Raptor R.
100% agreed.
Raptor R, bro. I was gonna say TRX, but I got unlimited money.
Bro.
I like the way the TRX looks,
Okay.
but I can make that Raptor R look nicer because I got unlimited money, bro.
You wouldn't get like a 6x6?
Like a G63 6x6.
Yes.
This guy likes Jeep trucks, bro.
But I
Well,
like.
straight, that's what I,
I think
was-
Like,
I think
bro,
that's the
that's-
thing, though. I want like a just typical truck.
That's pretty typical. We're in Newport. It's no big
He's
deal.
trying to get a little dirt
Okay,
on the wheels,
no joke
man.
though. G wagons are mad underrated. They're built like
They're tanks.
They're overbuilt, bro.
They're tanks, dude.
Overbuilt. Yeah.
when you shut the door,
okay,
it's the best sound.
bro. I just
isn't
learned this
it?
the other day. You know how G wagons in the back, behind the back window, they have that little vent.
Yeah.
You know, it's a functional vent.
You
So
probably
if
knew
you
that,
when you
no?
shut the rear hatch, there's so much pressure because they're built like a vault.
tight.
So much pressure it would blow out the windows if those vents weren't there. So when you shut it, those are pressure release windows, and so air comes out. So next time you shut it and you put your hand right there, you'll feel the air come out.
Oh, wow.
So it depressurizes the cabin.
They have a specific a job dedicated to one person for every G-Wagon to make sure that the sound when they close the doors is just right.
That's awesome, bro. I
Yeah.
love that car. You watch the Whistling Diesel, bro?
I was
Yeah,
just about to
that
say
guy
that,
ripped
dude.
it.
Bro,
dude.
he was impressed with that car. He was so impressed he bought his own, bro.
I literally was just about to say that.
He
What
was
the
so
fuck?
impressed he bought his own. That's how you know it's a good car.
It
bro.
is a good
sure.
car.
Explain to these guys though, like what he did in his video, because you
Bro,
might
okay,
not
okay.
know.
So
No.
he like beats these cars up, bro. So like when he first got it delivered on like a flatbed, the first thing he did was
The red one, right?
reverse it off the flatbed. Like it was like
Bouncing and shit.
bouncing, bro. And then he took it in the dunes and he jumped it like way higher than you probably should have jumped it. And it
way.
like bounced, bro. Like crazy.
And then he
abusing
rolled
suspension.
it and
Bro, he
dropped
rolled
it on a house.
He took it on the track where he like slammed through all those tires, bro.
It was taking it.
He like slammed it into head first into like mud.
He
Holy
did the same
crap.
shit with the Ferrari.
Bro.
Yeah, I was
It was
like,
funny because the G-Wagon just didn't die, bro.
yeah.
And he made like 4 or
tank.
5 videos on
It's
it.
a tank. It's
Because he was
literally-
just
it's
trying
a-
to like
it's a
make it
tank.
die, and it just didn't die, bro. Yeah, mad
know.
props to those cars.
You have to buy it.
I don't think I would get one though.
That's what I'm saying,
Ju-
though.
just
But
for
if you have an
reimbursement.
unlimited
It's a
money
great car,
glitch,
though.
why would you not get $1 million 6x6?
I don't know, bro. I think it's
It's
just
$1 million.
I think it's
Yeah.
like because let's be honest here, right? If I had unlimited money, I'd probably get the G-Wagon too. But y'all only gave me 3 cars, so like
Yeah,
maybe I really don't have unlimited money. So I would still go with the truck.
Okay.
I still
then
go with truck no
third-
matter what. I have to have a truck.
All right, third car.
Third would be okay. So I got the sports car, got the truck. My third vehicle, I'd have to have like something old school, bro.
Oh, really?
I
Yeah.
think it would be one of 2 things. You know what? I know what it'd be. I would want it to be like an old, like maybe like an RX-7,
Okay.
like an old Mazda RX-7, and just like tune it, like really like go ham with the
Little
mods.
Fast and Furious style.
Yeah,
muscle
bro.
car
I just
action.
love like old like tuned JDM stuff. I think it's so sick, bro.
So going into like you talking about that car, what was the movie that you just saw?
Oh, Gran Turismo,
So
bro.
Gran Turismo's
Dude.
coming out. You saw it before everyone's seen it, guys.
So
So
how was it?
It was cool. So it was like it wasn't technically before everyone else. So like some of the people that were in it got to see an even earlier version. This was like a more.
before we can see it,
You're right. All right, it's fair.
I haven't
so
even seen what is this
it's
movie?
like a so.
you
it's-
play the game Gran Turismo, right?
I used to, yeah.
Okay, so I thought it was based on like the game, like maybe like the creation of the game. Not really the case. So it's based off of a guy. I don't want to give the whole movie away, but basically, there's a guy who was really good at the game, and he had this like sort of GT Academy where they were like, these people that play these games, because it's technically a racing simulator. So these people put in more hours than like real race car drivers. They know these tracks like, because it's exactly the same track as the real ones. So they're like, what if we get the best gamer and we put him in like a real race car and we race him, like for our team? And that's what the story's about. It's wild, bro.
It's a
Wait,
true
wait.
story? It's a true story, is what
It's
you're
a
saying?
true story.
Yeah.
Wow.
They put a person who's extremely good at like the simulator.
VR,
Like we,
right?
me and Kobe, we've played that
We
before,
played the
right?
simulator. Yeah.
really good. at
And
the
then they
simulator.
put him in a car.
And,
Yeah.
and they're
Well,
like,
we have a
the
friend
best.
Yeah,
that
but
did
bro,
that.
Mario
Yeah,
Kart
Justin.
doesn't count.
Wait, so is the movie out yet?
It'll be out in like, I don't know when it actually comes out. I've already seen it. So I'm
Maybe
kinda
when we release
I
it.
may go
Wait,
see it
could
again.
you leak like how he did in the races and stuff? Or
I
no?
can't, bro. 'cause
Nah,
you
you
gotta
Dude,
go watch
I
it.
want to watch now.
It's good, bro.
So
Dude,
how
okay,
how
but
did
like,
it? Yeah. Okay, you could go on.
sorry.
I'm
Okay.
pumped.
So
I'm pumped.
visually, bro, it was incredible. The way they mix like game world and real world was a trip, dude. The visuals were amazing. The camera shots were great. It felt like Fast and Furious, like original Fast and Furious,
That's what I was
like
gonna ask.
1, 2, 3, like those levels of like cool driving, like real car noises, but not so much like tuner car. It was like more race car world, like full on like race car world.
GT3
Was
style?
there
Yeah.
scenes though? Can you tell us? Was there scenes like of like maybe like pink slip and like girls in bikinis and stuff, kind of like the OG Fast and
No,
Furious
no,
movies?
no. It was way
Okay.
more. It was way more dialed in on like the
Realistic.
racing
Okay.
scene, which
It's a
is
true
real
story?
like yeah,
Yeah.
Which
That's
so it's
crazy.
real like professional. The even like the car carnage, the cars crashing was wild, bro. I was like, oh shoot, and it's crazy because you felt like every emotion of that movie, bro. Like I'm not like a movie reviewer or anything,
Yeah.
but like I just didn't think the movie would be as good as it was.
How long
awesome.
That
was it?
sounds so bad, but I didn't. I just didn't know how they could pull it off.
Well, especially with the new Fast and Furious movies, I'm sure your
I think it's been
expectations
so
were down
jaded by
here.
those movies. And
Yeah.
I even saw like the newer Need for Speed movies, and I was kind of like,
And it's like they're jumping cars out of hotel rooms.
Yeah,
doing
I'm just
crazy
like-
stuff. It was probably refreshing to get like a more like natural car movie. I'm sure.
because it takes real world stuff and it makes you realize how crazy it is, bro. And like
how
they didn't have to do it.
technical.
They didn't have to add a ton of effects or anything because like there's some stuff that happens in the movie that's nuts, bro. It's absolutely nuts. Like my jaw was on the floor, dude. It's really cool.
That's crazy. And the whole concept of it is crazy too. I know Kobe and Kyler, you know Justin Carago. We have a friend that drifts cars and does stuff like that.
Have you heard of
And
House of
he-
Drifting?
Yeah.
That's Justin, yeah.
That's our friend Justin, and he started and learned and trained. I know he told me doing it on the simulator, and I was like, "How did you get so good at that?" Whatever he was telling me and my buddy Noah, and he's like, "Dude, I just went on the simulator. Get the simulator. You're gonna be a drift god." I was like, "No way."
Dude, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Because they get more accurate every year, bro.
It is
like
nuts.
as far as the game to real life, they get more accurate.
But they get more accurate. Maybe they get better at like, needs more realistic feedback. Maybe it needs more resistance. That's similar to like a real race. You know what I mean? Whatever you need to upgrade or update, they do it.
It's like little touches.
Yeah, bro.
And the tracks are super similar too, right, to real life by like the seconds.
Was there Nürburgring in there?
There's Nürburgring. There's 24-hour Le Mans.
Oh,
Le
man.
Mans.
Loma.
Le
We
Mans.
got Lewis Hamilton to my right.
No, Daniel Ricciardo. Doesn't he look like Daniel Ricciardo?
A little bit, bro.
I said the wrong
A little
person.
bit.
I don't watch F1.
See the
Oh,
resemblance?
you do.
A little
It's
bit.
good.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. He
Called
has
you
a
Lewis
shirt.
Hamilton.
Wish
Just
I
a
could
little
drive
bit.
like him though.
He has a shirt. Lewis Hamilton.
I'm an idiot.
Are you an
But-
F1 fan?
Huh?
Are you an F1 fan? So no.
I was for a bit. I go on and off. Like I was a real hardcore F1 fan, and then I fell off hardcore. And then I think whenever Netflix did that,
It was like 5 years ago.
yeah. So then I got into it again, and then I fell off. I don't know what it is. I just can't keep up.
Is it hard to
Like-
keep up with?
It's not hard to keep up with.
He doesn't
I
want to
don't know.
wake up at 3 a.m.
Are you into sports? What are your hobbies?
I heard
Other than cars?
Right.
Oh, man. So other than
You,
cars,
you don't like cars, do you?
a little bit. Well, it's funny. Okay, so new cars specifically. And here's my reasoning. Everyone always asks me to like, I mean, I love classics and stuff, but like, I just love new cars. Like, I have such a passion for new cars. And I think it's because growing up, like, we could never really like afford to buy a new car. So it was always like, I don't know. It was always more special. And because my uncles used to work on classic cars. And I realize now that there's some classic cars that are worth so much money. But I think back then when I was little, I just associated classic cars with being like broke.
Like kind of
Broke
lame.
people, and then like I got a new car, you were like doing really well, and I was always amazed with like newer stuff. I'm like, oh, this is new tech, this is a new feature, a new this. So I think that's why I've always been so attracted to new cars. I just thought they're like cool. Like I used to get all the magazines, see the newest stuff coming out, and read about it. So yeah, but other than that, my hobbies, I play guitar. I love playing guitar.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
really?
gonna say I heard you're
Yeah.
pretty into guitar.
That's
yeah,
cool.
I love playing guitar.
Have
Did
you
you
ever
just
thought
pick
about
it
doing
up?
guitar reviews? I know you do other types of reviews. Are you good enough to do guitar
I don't know if
reviews?
there's an audience for that though.
I don't. Yeah, because
Is
guitars are so like.
I feel like it would be more like classic guitars and stuff because there are niche guitars. There's a community
Yeah, like
for that.
Like you could do guitar reviews. I don't know if I'd have enough content to do
Yeah.
like I do with cars because there's so many people that are into
A lot
cars.
of
There's
new guitars
always
coming
new
out.
cars coming out. But I don't know. I think with guitars, I love keeping it as just a hobby. There's
Yeah.
one point where I wanted to do like play guitar for a living, but then I was like, you know what? I had to decide. I wanted to do the car thing as a career. I didn't know what that looked like though. I thought I was just gonna sell cars and be real good at it and make money that way. So didn't think I'd be a TikToker a few years later.
Yeah.
Crazy.
How do you
So-
like Cali versus Texas?
Bro, that's such a crazy question. They both have their pros and cons. You can't beat the weather out here, bro. You just can't. Even though it's been like in the 80s or like 90s, whatever,
Still better.
it's still better, bro. You don't have the crazy humidity like you do.
I mean, bro, we have the beach down the street.
Yeah, you can just go to the beach and it drops like 10 degrees.
Yeah.
It's
Every
crazy.
time.
Every single time, bro. Literally, you can watch it just drop 10 degrees. So that's great. The scenery visually is awesome, bro. I just love looking out and seeing like the mountains, and every day is different. So
For
some
sure.
days you get some haze.
Yeah,
You can't see much, but then some days when you get no haze, you're like, oh, dude, I can see Big Bear and there's snow over there.
Yeah.
Or, going to the beach one day, going to the sand dunes one day, 3 hours away.
What about LA though?
I like LA, bro.
Really?
You do like
Yeah, yeah. It's a rush
I hate
driving
LA.
out there. You're like, I could get hit.
Yeah.
I could not. I could scrape my car on this wall that's mega close to me in the HOV lane. That took some getting used to, bro. I was like, this wall's mega
Yeah.
close to me.
How is the
The
drive?
walls are actually so
Oh, they're
close.
so close, bro. And then
Yeah.
like when people on their motorcycles come by, like I'm like, you really expect me to scoot over, bro? I got like a whole 2 inches to spare. It's crazy.
And then
bro.
sometimes where the walls come out a little bit,
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck?
Okay, but like, why do they do
This shit
that,
gonna
bro?
hit you?
That's
Why?
true. That's true.
I swear that's
motherfucker.
just to like keep you like awake or something. Cause bro, sometimes I'll be driving and I'm like just in a groove. So I'm just like driving. You know when you're driving like on autopilot, you're just
And you
chilling.
forget you're driving.
And then you realize like, bro, this is like sticking out kind of far. And I'm like, oh shoot, I have to like get over. But then there's like a car, like they're kind of getting over, and there's a motorcycle, and like, so you're kind of always awake when you're driving down.
How different is the driving in Texas to here? 'Cause I know there's a lot more traffic out here.
Trucks.
There's actually a lot of trucks out here in OC, bro.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trucks
The
out
truck
here in OC.
community out here is pretty big.
It is, bro. It's bigger than I thought. I thought I wouldn't see any
Yeah.
trucks out here, but there's actually like a lot of trucks.
People go out to the desert a lot out here.
Yeah. There's a lot more like higher. There's a lot of like Raptors and like TRXs, like because people mod them out.
Yeah.
Taking the dunes.
Do you think supercar drivers are dicks or truck drivers? Who's more of a dick?
Truck drivers, bro.
That's fucked up,
That's
dude.
facts.
Truck
That's what I was gonna
Drive a
say.
truck, dude.
If
Yeah,
you drive a
Chevy,
truck,
though, it
you're a
doesn't
dick.
count.
You drive a
Drivers,
Mariah or a
bro.
truck, man? Because I can't tell.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me
Tyler's
wrong.
a dick.
Don't get me wrong. I've seen more supercar drivers that I mean not more. I've seen supercar drivers that are pretty bad, like doing like 120, like just putting everyone's life in danger.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, bro, you're driving a supercar. You may as well.
I guess, bro. But the crazy part is like more people can afford a truck and they're going the same speed, bro. I'm like, I swear I've seen trucks doing like 110, bro. And I'm like, no way. Dude.
Yeah.
Go crazy in trucks.
They go
So with all
crazy.
your following, like on all your platforms, have you ever thought about doing reviews on like boats or jets?
So I've done like, I've branched out a bit to like transportation in general.
Okay.
So I've done like, I haven't done like a boat. I've done like Sea-Doo jet ski,
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
which that was cool. That was like a 300 horsepower jet ski, bro. That thing was terrifying.
I want to get one of those.
What was it? Yamaha or
Jet skis are
It
really
was
Kawasaki?
a
dangerous.
Sea-Doo RX. I can't remember the name.
Okay.
It
You
was
should
like a
get
wild
some of
name.
those.
It was
Not
crazy,
Alina.
bro.
Need
Like,
a boat first.
and it was mad sketchy on the ocean too because it's like choppy.
Yeah.
If I was on like a lake, like maybe like Elsinore or something, I could probably like fully gun it, just like first thing in the morning, like glass water.
Yeah,
just,
Take it.
Bro, out there in the ocean, I stayed in it for like 3 seconds, bro. And you can't access the 300 horsepower until after you're going like 20 or 25 miles an hour, which is already kind of fast on choppy water.
For sure.
So then after you hit that 25 and you floor it, bro, I didn't have gloves on and my hands are wet. So they're just like slipping off. So I'm like holding on as tight as I can. My forearms are on fire.
Get arm
bro.
pump.
Dude, it was crazy. And I held it for like 3 seconds, right? Hit this wave, caught like crazy air, and like I almost like slammed my face into the handlebar, bro.
Yeah.
It's scary, bro.
Do you have a GoPro on your chest or your head?
No. It was my buddy was filming me from the side.
Oh shit.
And I was just like, I was like, oh shoot.
Damn, how is he doing that? Just like phone?
Rollers.
New iPhones are waterproof, so it's kind of like whatever.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's,
until it drops
that's
it.
respect to the
Yeah.
filmer, dude.
Got to get the content.
I gotta do what you
That's
gotta do.
crazy.
But what about jets?
I
I
haven't
feel like
done
it's
jets.
easier to get to private jets these days with all those apps.
Okay,
and
so
stuff.
I don't want to say this before I do it because I don't want it to not happen.
Christian,
But I'm
you can
just-
edit
I'm
this
just
out.
believing it's
But
gonna
you
happen.
can keep talking.
I'm believing
Yeah.
it's gonna happen. But did you know Honda makes private jets, bro?
No?
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't know that.
And they're
small.
mega nice, bro. They just came out with the Honda Jet 2.
What?
It's like super luxurious, bro.
How much is that?
I don't know the price.
They're like 3 million.
Something like that.
They're
Yeah.
they're the small. They're not like
They're not like
G550s or anything.
No, no,
You're in the
no.
But they're the
market?
same size as like the
He-
the Cessna jets too.
they're like
No,
Avi
not the
knows
Cessna.
his
I'm sorry,
part.
the Cirrus. Are you familiar with Cirrus?
Mm-mm.
They're the small jets that, or even propeller planes. They have the parachute on them.
Mm-hmm.
So if like shit goes sideways, you can always pull the parachute in them.
that's kind of cool.
So they're a little smaller of a jet.
So they're small jets. They're like 6-7 passenger jets
Mm-hmm.
that are still capable of going like 300-400 miles an hour. But the cool thing with the company Cirrus is that if shit goes sideways on a plane, you're fucked.
Yeah.
But on a Cirrus, they come built in with
Where it pops out the back.
where like there's actually videos on it on YouTube you can check out. The whole plane just pops out a parachute and you can just sort of glide down. But no, I've seen that Honda jet you're talking about. They're actually really cool.
That's crazy.
I thought that would be a great segue into like doing jets because
sure.
like everyone knows Honda, but not everyone knows Honda makes jets. So it's like, I kind of thought about starting the video like, hey yo, let's take the Honda today. But like, let's
Yeah.
take
But
the
it's a
Honda
jet.
jet. You know,
that's
people be like,
crazy.
wait, what? Like Honda makes jets? So I think it'd be kind of fun to do something like that.
Have you ever thought about like reviewing food too, maybe on like the stories or something?
I don't know, bro. Keith Lee's got it locked in, bro, with the food reviews, bro. Also,
Yeah, he
Kev,
does.
how Kev eats. You ever watch him?
I think I've seen him.
He's got good reviews too.
I do
bro.
watch like Matt Stoney.
Yeah,
Shout
Matt
out.
Who's your
Stoney's
favorite
OG.
YouTuber?
My favorite.
It doesn't have to
YouTuber?
be car.
Just in general.
In general,
Content
like
creator.
if you go home and you're like,
I'm
by the
watching
way,
stuff.
congrats on your baby.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you,
That's
bro.
awesome.
So, like, your baby's asleep.
He's
You're
asleep right
chilling,
now.
and like you put on YouTube. Who are you watching? Other than Basement Talk, 'cause
Right,
I
I
know
was
it's
gonna
like
say
we're the
Basement
best, but like who's after that? You know?
So the three mains are. I do still watch car content when I'm chilling. I love watching Car Wow.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Matt Watson does all the drag races and stuff. I love his videos, bro. So funny. One of my dreams is to be in one of his videos, like be one of the guests that drag races one of the cars with him. It'd be really fun. I love watching tech videos. I just love tech. It's one of the other reasons I love new cars. I just love all the tech.
Tech Rex.
It's like Marquise Brownlee, MKBHD. I watch Unbox Therapy sometimes. Who else? There's a few others. Other than that, though, what else do I watch, bro? Just random stuff that YouTube recommends me that I'll like watch.
Do you like Andrew Tate?
Andrew Tate's an interesting subject, bro. I don't hate him as much as most people do.
Yeah.
I don't say I wouldn't copy everything he does.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's got some pretty good like nuggets in there, but I think it's interesting topic with him, because like there's some stuff I agree with, some stuff I don't. I guess I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Like it's just like a 50-50.
What do you don't agree with?
Okay, this is where it gets hard. So because I'm a Christian, so like there's a lot of like just moral things that I got to keep really, really steady to. So just stuff like that, just like sort of like the way you present yourself, the way you talk, the way you sort of treat people. There's some things I have to keep like really strict, but there are things like just the way he goes about like work ethic, just the way he goes about like talking about not being lazy and just getting to work and doing stuff you need to do. Like I love that stuff, because one of my worst traits, believe it or not, is I can easily fall into traps where I get real lazy sometimes. Just like I go through these weird spells and I hate it, bro. It's like one thing I've dealt with since I was like a kid. I don't know what it is. So I don't know if it has to do with my ADHD or what, but like it's always been a struggle for me to always like constantly stay motivated enough, but like keep it constantly going, just make it a habit.
Well, I want to ask, like 30 years from now, is there something you might regret in this moment today?
Right now?
Right now.
No.
That's fucking
Well, like
deep.
30 years from now, like you
Just
look
went from
back and like,
shallow to
damn,
deep.
I regret not doing this.
Oh, I thought you meant this podcast,
No,
bro.
no,
I was
no,
like,
of
no. I
course
was like,
not.
we're just
No,
talking
no,
about. Okay.
Like looking 30 years ahead and looking at yourself right now.
Yeah. I think this goes back to the whole like one of the things I do agree with Andrew Tate is just like just being like just taking initiative on a lot of things, bro. Like not just sitting back, you know what I mean? Because like I have so many ideas of things I want to do and I don't really know how to do them. And so because I don't know how to do them, I don't take any steps towards doing them. Even if it's micro steps, because like those micro steps, like they add up, they build up. It's like Legos, bro. You're not gonna build a whole Lego thing without
Momentum.
first starting with like the few little blocks that you got to start with, you know, the boring stuff. So like a few things I want to do. Everyone talks about my hair. I've always wanted to make my own like hair care products. So I think that'd be cool. Line of hair care products and just stuff that works for me. Maybe it'll work for other people. May not work for everyone. I think it'd be cool. Yeah. I wanted to do
Acne,
stuff like
some of
that.
that.
I wanted to make a cartoon that actually like had a video on TikTok that I kind of showed people. I started on it, then I stopped.
Oh, dang.
So there's a few other things like that I want to do.
Just kind of getting past those first few steps towards the goal.
It's the hardest part, bro. And I think it's tough because I always have to remind myself about this whole TikTok thing. You know what I'm saying? Because like the TikTok thing wasn't where this started. This all started when I started the YouTube thing, when I was putting in the work on YouTube years ago. Because that's what made me the connections to be able to keep the consistency going for the TikTok videos, which helped grow me. You know what I'm saying? That's where I learned the do's and don'ts to like car review stuff, what to talk about, what not to talk about, what people find important, what they don't find important. Selling cars, which I hated the years I sold cars. But like you learn stuff from all those steps, you know what I'm saying? You got to go through all that stuff because you learn something from everything you do.
Especially failing, right?
Especially failing, bro. Because if I wouldn't have lost that job with Kelly Blue Book, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have searched for a new outlet to do something, you know what I'm saying? Or like maybe I'd be preoccupied with work and not on TikTok. Like who knows, bro?
If you were like, I know you're married and your wife will probably watch this, but like if you weren't and like you had like the supercars and shit, would you like use that to take girls on dates and stuff? Because I know I would,
You're
for
trying to
sure.
expose
Look,
this guy.
No,
Look,
bro, I would
first of
for
all,
sure. I'm just saying.
Here's something you gotta learn, bro. Believe it or not, maybe it's just my wife. I feel like girls really aren't that into cars. I feel like more as dudes, bro.
No,
Like I feel like you go out somewhere.
I mean,
That's facts,
bro, I
dude.
feel like you go out somewhere and you got dudes like all over you. You're just like,
No,
bro,
that's so true.
You're like,
So
that is
true.
wait,
true.
wait, hold up, bro. Come on, let me see the car, bro. I'm just like, man, this is crazy. Like I got like mad guys coming up to me, just like, bro, let me see the car. Like,
Yeah, but you don't pick up girls based on
Yeah.
girls liking your car.
no,
You pick
bro.
them up based on girls seeing the car and being like, oh, that guy's got money.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they're not
interesting.
like the wifey chicks, but like you can definitely use a GT3 RS at Nobu, you know?
You can definitely use GC. No, but I don't know, man. I guess like I don't know how that would work because I think before I got into any of this, I never had any money, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I was married when I was broke, so like,
Oh, really?
yeah, we were married at like 23.
Oh my God.
What was that like getting married so young?
How'd you meet? Yeah.
how old are you now?
I'm 30.
Okay.
You're
Do I look
young.
30, bro?
No, you're young.
Or someone was like, "You look like you're like 24." I'm like,
I was
"That's
like,
cool.
Yeah,
Thank you."
you're young. So what did you ask him?
Oh, how did we meet?
How did you meet?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
well,
So-
it was the same thing. How did you guys meet?
So we it was when I was in Dallas. I used to work at a restaurant called Papado, and I was waiting tables. She was a hostess, and I was just always like at the host stand, just like messing around,
Talking to her?
Yeah, I was talking to her, just joking around,
W Riz.
and just yeah, and we just kind of started talking from there, bro. And then we dated, and we dated for a long time. We broke up for like a little bit, and then we got back together.
What kind of restaurant was it?
It's some of the best seafood you'll ever eat. I'm not
Really?
even joking.
You like
bro.
oysters?
I love oysters, bro. They had like these blue shell oysters or blue something oysters.
Yeah. What about fried oysters?
I love fried oysters, bro.
Have you been to Gulfstream?
No, here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they
good.
have good
We
seafood.
should
For
take
real,
you there.
bro?
Yeah.
For
I
real.
want to go, bro.
Yeah, let's go. We'll all
I've never
go.
been either.
Dude,
Little
yeah.
BT
Zach,
Gulfstream action?
you'll
Have you had oven-baked
you gotta try it.
oysters?
It's good.
I don't
No.
think so.
So they had oven baked oysters there. It was like the oysters on the half shell. And they put like crab meat, spinach, hollandaise, and feta. They oven baked that. Bro, that was so good.
Do you ever go back?
Oh, every time we go back to Texas, bro, I have to go there. I got to make a stop at Papado. And it's funny because they fly their stuff in every day.
Wow.
So like when I worked there, part of my job, I used to be a trainer. So I trained other waiters. And part of the things you have to help like unload this truck and like they have the whole fish come out and you got to like fillet it and do all this
Oh, you
stuff.
used to fillet fish?
Yeah, bro. You had to help the people prep for the day.
You come home and smell like fish.
Oh yeah, bro.
Oh,
Straight
fuck
up.
your poor wife.
It's crazy. Well, we both smell like fish because we both work there, bro.
I know.
So you couldn't
That's
even tell a
just-
This guy
difference. It was-
smells like fillet of fish
it
every
was
pod.
Filet-o fish,
No.
bro.
Back over here.
He's gonna cut that up and expose you, dude.
Yeah, no, it was a cool job, bro. But even from that, even from that job, when I was talking about like you learn things from every job, bro.
For sure.
Like that one, the biggest thing I learned was customer service. Like customer service. Everyone needs to learn customer service, bro.
I
That's crazy,
100% agree.
bro.
Absolutely. Anything you do is customer service.
Yeah, because you got to learn how to talk to different types of people, bro. Like
Absolutely.
I'd wait on people that were like, because it was a weird restaurant because it's expensive, but it's not like fancy. So some people go in there and they think just because they're paying like a pretty high price that you should get like 5-star service, even though we're not a 5-star restaurant. And you have some people that come in there that they're just casual as can be, bro. Just spending like $200, $300 on dinner, but they're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
So you get a weird mix of people. And you get people that want to wine and dine. You get people that don't. People you can just joke around with. And people that you just got to be real. Get what they need. Anticipate their needs. Get out of there, bro. And go tend to the other people.
Sure.
So it's interesting, bro.
So let's say you're sitting in the chair. You got a gun to your head.
What in the world
Yo,
are these
yo, yo,
questions,
yo.
bro?
Dude.
No, I was thinking about it. I'm sorry.
No, let's hear
You're
it.
sitting in the chair. You got a gun to your head. You're like yo, Forrest, I'm not gonna shoot you unless you sing a song, and you gotta sing every lyric, or else you're dying. What song are you picking?
Every lyric?
Yeah, like
Oh my gosh.
what
bro.
song
I
is
don't
it? Is
know
it Justin
every word to any
Bieber,
song.
Weekend, Drake?
You
Like,
don't think you know every single word
I
to
don't know
any
every
song?
single word.
like
to
what
any
song are you
bro.
picking, bro? Like, is it
I can maybe find a song that like.
like
Is it
little
Ice Spice?
Little
Not
Dirk?
like
Yeah, Ice
Twinkle
Spice.
Twinkle Little Star, bro.
Yeah.
We're talking
I
like
may cheat with that, bro.
No,
'Cause if
yeah,
said
you
every
can't do
word,
that.
bro. I'm like, hey, technically this is right. You know what I'm saying?
Or like no,
you,
or
that's
like you
national
could
anthem.
do
Wheels on the bus?
birthday.
you could do like
Wheels on
a
the bus.
Christmas song. I don't know.
Oh man, I don't
We're
know,
going
bro.
on our trip.
Go with some like Took Her to the O, King Von.
Maybe like the Humpty Dance.
Sing it, sing it.
Man, how's it go? Let's see. Yeah, but what's the main like? Okay, yo, stop what you're doing because I'm about to ruin the image of the style that you used to. I look funny, but you ain't making money. See, so hey world, I hope you're ready for me. I gather round. I'm the new fool in town, and my sound's laid down by the underground.
Let's
What? I drink up all the Hennessy you got on your shelf. So just let me introduce myself. My name is Humpty. When I was with the Umpty.
Yeah.
And yo, ladies, oh, how I like to funk thee. Oh. And all the rappers in the top 10, please allow me to bump thee. Bro.
He had that.
Tall,
He had
y'all.
that.
And just like Humpty Dumpty, you're going to fall when the stereos pump me.
Let's go, bro.
There we
I
go.
like to rhyme.
All right, you're good to
I
go.
like my
You're
beats
good
funky.
to go.
I'm spunky. I like
Oh,
my oatmeal
shit.
lumpy. I'm sick with this. Straight gangsta Mac. But sometimes it get ridiculous. I eat up all your crackers and your licorice. Hey, yo, fat girl, come here. Are you ticklish?
He's
Bro,
living.
I can keep going.
He's
bro.
living.
Okay, I'm not gonna
I
lie.
I just know that whole.
No, that's good, bro. You got it. That's it. You're good to go. You're not gonna
by
get
that
killed.
point, though, he'd be so impressed.
Yeah.
Guns drawn, bro. And I saw this TikTok where you're just like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He shoots
And I would have already
himself.
done that.
Street survival defense.
Yeah, you see those videos, bro? He's like,
He goes like this, and the
he's
guy
so-
flips 3 times, and the
Yeah, bro,
other
he's so
side.
serious. He's like, if you got a gun in your head, what you want to do? He's like, if it's pointed at your head, that's the best case scenario. And I'm like, what? And he's like, because it's easier to get out the way. Like, there's
And
less,
then you
there's
see
less
another
like,
clip and it's
there's
just
less
like-
body when you move. So like, it's pointed at your chest and you try to move. There's more like to get out of
Yeah.
the way. He's like, head. There's less to get out of the way. It's weird, bro. I'm like, honestly, I probably just try.
I just
it.
give up.
Yeah.
Die.
I'll
No,
probably
that's
just
good.
take it. Like,
I don't know, bro.
Take
I
a
may
shot to
attempt
the
it.
do
head,
it.
Dude, you have problems,
Weird.
bro.
You ever seen those movies like where they pull like the psychos off and they're like, you gonna do it?
And one
That's
tear
so,
goes
that's
down.
so creepy,
Oh
bro.
my gosh. No, but yeah, that was insane.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. You
I
asked some
love
weird
that.
questions.
I'm
Like,
like,
I like it.
You
I
could have
like
you
it.
could have asked that question though in such a different
Yeah,
way.
you
bro.
could- you could have worded
just
it
been
a
like,
little
hey,
better.
Hey, no,
what's
I like
one-
it.
one
no,
word
but
to
like,
song to?
I was gonna ask you something else. Like, if you can be any animal, what would you be?
any animal, bro?
Animal, like
be
a
a
fucking.
dog.
You can be a goldfish. You can be a shark. You
Ask
can,
Ovase that question. He looks excited about it.
no, let him answer.
Animal,
No, no, no.
bro.
Animal, animal.
Question.
I don't want to talk about cars the whole time. I want your fans to know who the real you is.
Okay, it'd be one of two things.
When do your fans
think
ever
Kobe
gonna
would be
hear
a
you
penguin.
rap? Straight up.
Okay, it'd be one of two things. I'd either be a bird to see things from like
Flying's got to be sick
Love that.
too.
You know what I'm saying? Or I think about this a lot, bro. Or I'd be like something real small, like an ant. Because there's such a bro. Because
What?
Because listen to this,
It's a
bro.
whole different world.
Bro, it is a whole like
totally
the
get what you're
microscopic
saying. No.
world is so different, bro. Like the microscopic world is like when you're an ant. Like right now, the smallest thing I could probably see is like a speck of dirt. Like I can't see like all the germs and stuff on that dirt.
But if you're an ant, you can see a village
But
in
if
there.
I'm an ant, I can only imagine that if I'm an ant, I can also see like I don't know how to make this make sense, bro.
Like tiny insects.
Let's say my vision, me seeing that grain of dirt, is like my vision. Like I don't know how to say this, bro.
I totally get what you're saying. It's
Do you know
like,
what I'm saying? Like
it's like imagine you're an ant.
Like the smallest
that
thing I can
flower
see.
would look like 1,000 feet tall to you.
that's what I'm saying. Like the
everything would be
smallest thing I
scaled.
can see, like that amount of like difference. I only imagine if I'm an ant, maybe I can still see like that difference of
Yeah.
smaller. Like what
It's
if I
like-
can see like a just atom just moving around? or
What
something?
if we are ants and we just don't know it?
That makes me sick, bro.
Yeah,
like
that's crazy.
if you think about how many like planets are out there, we technically are.
What if we're just like a floating dust particle that's infected and we're just like
bro, I'm about to switch
bacteria
gears.
easy
on you.
there,
I'm
bro.
about to
Easy
switch gears
there.
on you. What about these aliens, bro? What's
Oh,
up with that?
I
The one in
know.
the ones
Kyler
in
loves
Vegas.
aliens.
Bro, what's
Those
up
UFO
with that, dude?
sightings.
Bro.
Dude, how about the fact that they have a body? They have a life form.
They said
We
that,
don't
though,
know
right?
that.
They said it in a.
They said it. I mean, they could be lying, bro. I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's the government, bro. Maybe they lie
dude.
to us all the time. Who knows?
That is an
government-
interesting perspective on the ant, though, because like one footstep could be like 2 weeks of walking for an ant. It's like a whole journey.
Yeah, like imagine what's in that, bro.
Yeah.
How
yeah.
long does
And-
ants live for?
And ants are
anyway?
like mad buff, bro. They can like
Fucking
carry like
ant,
10
man,
times
I'm
their
so
weight.
those.
Like
Yeah.
I can't carry 10 times my weight, bro.
I'd be big homie.
You
Like
hit
that'd
the
be
gym, though?
like that'd be me just like walking away with like this car I'm driving. I can't do that.
Yeah.
An ant can do that.
Because gravity's different for them.
Yeah, bro. There are some like life forms that like air is like water. Like they're so small that
Because of the moisture.
less
they're just
dense
like
than
they're just
air.
like floating in air. And then when I do this, they just get moved around as if they're in water. It's weird.
I feel like I'm watching a conspiracy theory video right now.
Nah,
You're
bro,
like,
this is
well,
just-
you're
it's just
opening my
facts.
mind.
Bro,
Science or
you're
facts,
gonna
bro?
be a fucking ant in your afterlife, and someone's gonna raid the shit out of you. I mean, like,
Bro, you know what's funny? I used Raid today.
I
used Raid today.
probably on ants.
I'm not even. It
You
was
didn't
on
even
ants,
think
bro.
about it. You
I don't
could
know
be
what
in their
happened.
position.
Why the fuck would you want to get raided, dude?
I don't want to get raided. Who says I'm gonna get raided, bro? I could be like an ant that lives in like a forest, bro. I can be chilling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Ants,
wanna-
ants don't just
fire
live in
ant.
people's houses,
I would
bro.
I'd want to be a dog and just sleep all day.
What if I'm also
get
like?
pet.
What if I'm
I
just
want to be a
like?
dog and get.
I don't know. What if I'm just like chilling in the hive or the colony, whatever they call it?
I'm a hive.
What if I live like out on a ranch, bro, and I'm just over here like just?
How long do ants live for?
I don't know.
3 minutes?
No. Like a
Shoot, when I see them like half a second, bro, just
So like,
yeah.
okay, let's roll it. Let's roll it to like, if you weren't doing the career you're in now, what would be your dream career?
that's a really good question. I don't know.
Like an athlete, like a stripper.
guitar player.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know.
Maybe
What's something you wanted to do when you were a kid?
The last guest we had on, he wanted to be a scientist. Now he does shrooms.
I wanted to be when I was a kid. I wanted to be an actor, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted
Really?
to like be in movies and stuff.
Oh, that's sick.
Like be on like a TV
Who's your
show.
favorite actor?
What did you say, bro? Hold on. Oh, wait. Yeah, you told me about that before the show, right?
The last
You want to be a scientist?
I just dawned on me what you said there. That's crazy. Though.
Christian's making me
That's
laugh.
crazy.
Let's live up to a year.
That's
Let's go.
Ants live up to a
great.
year.
I love it. I love
That's
it.
great.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you, baby. All right,
1 to 2, bro.
1 to 2.
Okay.
That's
How-
fine.
Can you find out how many species of ants there are? I'm curious now.
I'm guessing 37.
Okay.
Because did you guys know there's
alright.
like
let him
I'm
go
just
on?
throwing
Let
that
him
out.
go on. Let him go on.
What were we talking about?
You're talking about the career.
Oh,
Actor.
Actor.
I don't know, bro.
Actor.
Actor. That's right.
You're kind of an actor in your
wanna
own way
be-
now.
I'd want to be an actor. I think it'd be cool.
what movie star did you look up to when you were a kid?
Well, being a kid, I didn't know much about movies or actors. I didn't know who was good or who wasn't good, like based off of like people's opinions. I just knew like, oh, when I saw something that was really good. I used to think Will Smith was like one of the best actors. I think because I
so
saw Pursuit
good.
of Happiness and I saw him like cry, like I was like, that seems like a real cry to me, bro. Like I could never make myself cry.
Yeah.
So that's why I crushed that dream real quick because I just assumed because I couldn't make myself cry on the spot, I couldn't be an actor.
I'm actually really interested now though because you have probably across all platforms. How many followers would you say you have? Like maybe 10 million.
So, dude, hold up.
Yeah, you can.
Because
look
my
that up.
question though is, would you rather have 10 million followers or $1 million?
I mean, he might
because-
have $1 million. You don't
Yeah.
know.
Maybe a bigger number.
I mean, yeah, 10 million followers or $10 million then. And maybe I don't know. Maybe you do have 10 million. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'd rather have both, but
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have the wisdom to know what to do with either. Like I'd rather
answer.
have because you can give me $1 million and I can be dumb enough to waste it. Then what am I gonna do? I could have between all platforms. That's your question. I'm almost at 7 million. I'm like 1,000 followers away right now. I thought I was gonna hit it.
So
tonight.
run it up. Run it
Follow
up.
But
Well,
like, so 7 on there, 1.8 on YouTube, and like 360,000 on Instagram. So that's what 7, 8,
So
10
that's
million.
almost like 9 to 10 ish. We'll say 9. 9's more realistic. But so with this, right? So same thing with this. I could have all this following and do nothing with it. And then in maybe another 3 years, I'm like completely irrelevant. And it's like, oh, remember that guy did the YouTube, TikTok videos? Yeah, he was cool. He taught me about cars. And then, yeah, he's probably just selling cars now. I just want to do something with what I have now. Like I want to take what I have now, what I've been given, once again, being Christian, what I feel like God has blessed me with. And I want to take that and just like do something with it. I don't want to just sit on it. I want to figure out what can I do with this? Like how can I get this and like make this something more sustainable?
For sure. Yeah.
So that's hard.
Yeah.
I stress over that more than you realize.
Yeah.
I stress over that every single day, actually, especially with kids, right? Because I know I can't do what I do in the same capacity once my second kid gets here, who will be here Christmas Day is when he's due. And it's just like, bro, because I got to make time for my wife, both my kids, time for myself, and I still got to do this. And this is like, and to do this in the same capacity, I got to fly out places. I got to do all these things. It's a lot.
What's your personal car?
The invisible boatmobile from SpongeBob. I don't own a car.
That's what I was
really?
gonna
You just
say.
whip
Yeah.
around
That's a
whatever
life.
you-
Yeah. I just drive the cars that they send me because I usually have them for a week at a time, and I book myself like 2 to 3 cars a week, about 2 months in advance. So I usually have like 2 cars. So right now I have this and like a Mercedes GLE 53 AMG,
Nice.
which is like,
Awesome.
Is that a V6?
Yeah.
That's pretty weak.
bro,
Fake AMG.
bro,
I don't
it's
like that
I
because
straight up called it mid
the
in this review.
SQ8 is a V8. So why not make the 53 a V8 too?
Dude, SQ8 is would monster this car, bro.
yeah,
Would.
no, SQ8.
What about
cool.
a GLE 63?
Oh, GLE 63 is sick because it's got a V8.
GLE
It's great.
63 or RSQ8?
Mm,
RSQ8.
RSQ8.
Yeah.
GLE 63 is really, really good though. Like, I mean, it hits the luxury like factor a little bit more.
I like the pops and crackles on the AMGs too, more than the Audis.
But I think
I gotta
because that RSQ8 engine is like a Porsche engine and it's a monster of an engine.
So what engine?
It's a Porsche engine.
Lamborghini, I thought.
So
I don't know.
I don't know if you know
I
this.
thought it was an Audi engine.
No, bro. So
it was the
it's
same as yours.
RSQ8 is the 4-liter twin turbo V8, and Volkswagen Group, right? So you know Volkswagen Group owns Audi, Porsche, Lamborghini, Bentley, Bugatti,
Ducati.
all that. So what Volkswagen Group did was like, okay, we need a new engine, right, for this gen of cars. And they're like, so we need someone with the most knowledge on making really, really good engines. And so they went to Porsche because they have the best motorsports and engineering team. So they went to them. They're like, we need you to make us a really good V8 that we can use in like all these different brands. So they developed that 4-liter twin turbo.
But what car does Porsche use that motor in?
Panamera Turbo S, Cayenne Turbo GT, Cayenne GTS. They just all have different tunings.
So they all use the same motor that's in the
So that 4-liter
RSQ8, SQ8.
So 4-liter V8 is in SQ8, SQ7, RSQ8, RS6, RS7, Bentayga V8S, Flying Spur V8, Continental GT V8, the base one.
Urus.
It's in Urus. What I already said the Cayennes. I think that's it. Maybe in like 1 or 2 other things, but
That's so like, fuck.
and they all have different tunings, bro.
What's your
Yeah.
favorite brand
As a whole,
as a
Porsche.
whole? Okay,
As a whole, like in terms of like,
me too.
I like 90% of their cars.
And what is your favorite generation of RS that Porsche's made?
Oh, that's really hard, bro. Probably the newest one.
You like the
992?
the
One is
dot
The newest
992?
one's crazy, huh?
Yeah, that one's insane.
This
I
new
just
one's
saw
nuts.
I just saw it in person for the first time like a month ago. It was unbelievable.
Because I
Never
think,
seen anything like it.
Are the
'cause-
GT2s out yet?
Not
No,
yet.
not yet, but it's gonna be a monster, bro.
Did
You
you
already know.
imagine the GT,
Yeah.
the 992
It's gonna be a
GT3?
Nürburgring killer, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because those cars, RS cars, are meant to be just like racetrack tools, bro.
Yeah.
And as a tool, it is phenomenal at what it does,
know,
bro. Like if I had a hammer, and it like you can't beat a hammer because it does what it does perfectly.
That car on
That
the
car's a
street,
hammer, bro.
It literally doesn't look street legal right now.
No, dude, it's crazy.
If you've seen it, like
I saw it,
it's
yeah.
it doesn't look street legal. It's
crazy.
crazy
It's
looking.
crazy. Here's something funny. When I went to the launch for that car, I got to drive it out at thermal around the track, which was sick. But then they're like, "Hey, do you want to go for a ride in it?" And I was like, "No." Because they were like, I hate riding passenger, bro. I hate it. I feel like I'm just like way too like.
They have the
nervous for that.
cages in it and stuff. Or it was
Nervous?
just out of the
Yeah,
box.
I don't know what it is, bro. I hate.
You like roller coasters?
I love roller coasters, but I just hate driving with people because roller coasters it's all automated. It's all like on like a thing.
Yeah.
Like humans make mistakes, bro. You can.
True.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter who
but
you
at
put me
that
in
point, you just, give it to God. And
I guess, bro, but not when I can say no.
Yeah.
I'm just like, nah. I'm not gonna put myself through the anxiety for the day, bro.
So I have a question.
suppose.
Besides that Toyota that you said, if you could wipe one car off the face of the planet, what would it be?
One car off the face of the planet?
You can one car
Toyota,
or one
dude.
brand you can choose.
Oh, one brand?
Yeah.
That's rough.
Which
bro.
one would you?
Yeah.
go?
One brand.
Dude, he's never gonna get a car from
true,
them
you don't
again.
wanna-
No,
Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi.
oh,
Gone.
Mr. Shitty. Yeah.
Mitsubishi, bro.
Gone.
At least
Yeah,
now.
they have an
Old
Evo.
Mitsubishi was top, bro. Old Mitsubishi was top tier. They were really good.
The Evos?
Yeah, older Mitsubishis. They were great. Back in like 90s and like early 2000s, they were great. Now, you could do without them. No one would really miss them.
They make
Unless they made a big comeback.
they make good lawnmowers.
Wait, they actually make lawn.
They do. They make TVs too. They used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just
They
cars.
used to have a big
Dude,
box
they're
Mitsubishi
good.
with the back on it. That stiff
Yeah.
thing on
They
the
were
back.
big TVs, bro. I think they're like plasmas or something.
Yeah.
They were freaking heavy. But
What was that, Oface?
What was that?
No, never mind. I just heard bark, 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 bark.
yeah, it'd be
Lawnmower,
Mitsubishi.
man.
Yeah.
But like, you know what's funny though? They're like a pretty honest brand. Like I think they'd be like, that's fair.
That's fair.
But,
but
they,
I mean-
they're trying. Like they're coming back. They're making some newer stuff that's like
cooler.
better. But I don't know.
So
So, do you have any beef with anyone?
Beef?
Yeah, who in the car community do you need to call out right now? That's stepping on your turf.
Beef? I mean, I don't.
Has anyone ever hated on your content though? That is like another creator.
I don't think so. No, I think I do like that about the car community. I think the car community is pretty like respectful to everybody, or pretty like at least like cordial. Maybe there's someone out there that hates me, but like they're cordial about it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's pretty. I think it's all pretty good blood between everybody.
you
know what I'm saying?
mentioned a little earlier on in the pod, cheapest car on the market. What is the cheapest car on the market?
In America, it's a
Yeah.
Nissan Sentra.
Really? I thought it was the Chevy Spark.
It was, but it just went out of production last year.
Oh, wow.
It was.
So what's what can you get a 2023 Nissan? What was it?
It's like 15.7 or something, or 15.9. It's like,
Oh,
Can you
kind of
lease
expensive,
it?
right?
Can you lease it?
I don't know, but that's wild, bro. Can you
If
imagine?
you could.
if you
like-
could, that's like a $40 lease.
Yeah,
Yeah,
40
be
bucks
cool.
a month.
For sure.
But
$40 a month.
that's crazy, bro.
I don't know if
Probably
you could afford it,
35 if you
Kyler.
negotiate.
I mean, yeah. They'll probably ask for drive offs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting,
Dang.
bro.
It's crazy.
Because I remember like you can get a new car for like 12 or 11 or something, like the
Crazy.
cheapest one. You know what I'm saying?
That was a Spark.
Yeah, and now it's like 16 grand. That's crazy. It's a lot of money actually.
Yeah, it is.
And is like, before we like wrap everything up, is there anything you want to say to like your sponsors or your fans or
What does
any
the
of
future look like?
Yeah, what's
the
next for
viewers
Forrest?
watching? Yeah, what's the future look like for you?
Of course, is my sponsor G Fuel. Thank you so much.
And
You're
what's
awesome.
the code burnout?
Yeah, Burnout for 30%
Burnout
off
for
your
30%
entire
off.
purchase on gfuel.com. Yeah, it's cool. They're great though, but I am working on some stuff with them, trying to get some like more like long-term projects, like maybe like a shaker cup. That'd be cool. Maybe my own flavor. That'd be sweet. But that's like way, way down the line. That's if that happens.
Get him on here.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. To the fans, I mean, thank you guys because that's how I support. What was that, bro? That's how I support myself, my wife, my son, my other son that's going to be here soon. That's how I make my living. So I mean,
That's awesome, dude.
I appreciate you guys. Like every time I meet someone in person, I'm just like, dude, like it's like whatever they want, I'll do. If you want to take a picture of me, sure. You want me to like make a video for your family or friends, I'll do.
And does that
I'll do it.
happen more often than not now?
I mean, just as the channel gets bigger, yeah. Just because it's more people, you know what I'm saying? So, but I think always trying to keep myself in a good headspace about it. Like never getting like, even if like there's been like one time where I told someone like no, but it was because like I was in a rush and I was in the airport and like the security dude was telling me to move. So
Did
I
you
was
feel
like,
bad about it afterwards?
a little bit because I'm like, oh, that guy like, that's probably like, he probably thought I was like being a jerk when obviously like I
Would
was.
have made his day, and then
It's
you
just a
ended up
situation.
But
probably
Dude,
lost a sub.
You should have
can you imagine, bro?
you should have missed your flight for that sub. Dude. I would have right now. I'm pretty.
Dang, bro, now I feel bad. Thanks.
Yeah.
Kobe would have missed
But
everything.
no, it is really cool though, just because, especially the ones that I meet where we just kind of like talk cars back and forth. That's really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool.
Awesome. But
What's up?
yeah, go on.
12,000 different species of
12,000,
ants.
bro?
Fuck me. Did you guys know that?
Wait,
He
is
said,
there
he
like
said 37.
He said 37.
You guys said 37.
Red ants. That's it.
Holy hell.
is
So he said, "What's the most attractive car a chick
Chicken drive.
Dude, what if I say
Zach,
a car
go first.
that like
I'd rather see him in the passenger, to be honest. No, I'm just kidding.
hey, passenger princess, bro.
Yo,
love a
just,
my wife's a
what
passenger
car?
princess.
What car?
What's like a Jetta? I feel like girls are always driving
Jetta?
Jettas.
That's fire. No, he's right,
Alex,
bro.
she
He's
needs to
right.
be- I mean,
A white Jetta, bro. They're white
That's
Jetta.
a classic hot girl car for sure.
Yeah.
That and like a Jeep,
Yeah.
you
I
know.
was
Yeah.
about to say a white
Take a
Jeep
one.
or
A
some
white
shit.
Jeep.
But what was the question?
what's
the most attractive car, not the most popular like hot girl summer car.
G-Wagon.
Like if I saw a girl yeah, if a 4 was driving an Aventador, I'm on a nut. I mean, seriously, that's a fair answer, right?
This is really tough.
Yo, yeah, I mean, you guys want to answer anything from
Aventador.
that?
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Probably like a gray Prius with black wheels.
Oh my.
That's my ex's car, bro.
No,
okay,
dude,
go.
you did not. Kobe.
That's fair.
Yeah, go. It's your turn.
That's
it's your
fair.
turn.
All right. So on his note, right? If I'm going his route, I'd say blue Ford Fiesta because that's what my wife drove.
Yeah.
But
Shout out Mrs. Forrest.
if I saw my wife though, like rolling down the road in like an SVJ, just banging gears, flames shooting out from the back, I'd be like, bro,
Thank you.
I'd be
Yeah.
like, honey, like, what's the deal? What are you doing tonight?
Is that your husband's or what are we doing here?
Bro, that's funny.
But no, thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah,
thank you so much, Forrest, for coming on. We really appreciate
Bro,
it.
thanks for having me, bro.
That was
Zach,
awesome.
Kyler, Ovase. But
Kobe.
thank you guys so much for all the views. Like literally, we're finally seeing all the love.
traction.
We're seeing all the likes, all the views. We have a ton of more guests coming on. But yeah, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it.
Sir, thank you, Forrest.
We will see you guys
you
next
guys.
time.
Forrest.
Subscribe, like, and we'll see you next time. Peace.